Dude, someone's vibing to this music.
I'm vibing. I just realized that my green screen is not on. Let's get that green screen on.
Doxing himself.
Yeah, you guys can see like just the absolute mess that is my room, but that's okay. You know what? Isn't it a mess? My winning record. I don't have a winning record.
Oh, we have a chatter.
Yeah.
Hello.
Celebrating another. Oh, we do have a chatter. Hey, chat. Oh. Hey, chat. How's it going? Welcome to my live stream.
Fan.
Our number one fan. Definitely one of the fans that ever existed. Thank you for joining us so much. Tell your friends.
For real, put your friends onto this.
Yeah, get your friends here. I know you got friends. My leg's cramping up.
EP gang.
Guys, I'm dying.
This is a high energy piece of media. We're gonna hear the hottest takes, the biggest opinions.
All right, my camera's off right now because I am standing. I am getting the mother of all leg cramps right now.
Man's getting cramps. That's just what happens, dude. It's week 11. It's a long season. You know, no player fully goes through the season without
Hammy's acting up.
Injury, yeah. I don't know enough about hockey. We have a chatter asking if we're gonna talk about hockey. Unfortunately, I don't know a ton about hockey. I know Ovechkin's really close to breaking Gretzky's like all-time goal record, which like at one point was thought of as like kind of like an unbeatable record. And I think he's like within like 30 something goals, but I know he just got hurt and it's like supposed to be a pretty significant injury.
I'll talk about hockey when the Bruins finally win a Stanley Cup.
For real. I kind of hope that record doesn't get broken because like it's just such like a legacy record. Like for the longest time, people were saying like no one's ever gonna break like Gretzky's goal record. That's the thing. Like that's the thing about hockey. Like hockey's already had their like undisputed GOAT. Whereas like
really, you think it's gonna be undisputed? You don't think it'll ever get broken? Their records and everything.
He's the great one.
I mean, that's what people were saying about like Lou Gehrig, and then Babe Ruth shows up, and now we have what's his name?
Don't say Shohei, please. Don't say the name Shohei Ohtani to me.
Oh, you think that name hurts you? How do you think I feel about having to say the name Shohei Ohtani?
Yeah, we can both hate Shohei.
See, but you hate him because he's on the team that's in your division. I hate him because he betrayed my team. Who has the real like patent on hating?
That's true.
The go to football? Well, it depends. There's a lot of positions, like
I mean, it has to be a quarterback.
I mean, he overall, yes. Like the overall GOAT is usually considered to be like a quarterback. However, you can break it down into like different positions. Because like unlike hockey, like the GOAT's never going to be someone like a goalie, but you can have like the greatest goalie of all time, maybe.
Yeah.
But ultimately, like that, like in hockey, when you say GOAT, it's almost undisputably going to be like it could be like any player who isn't really like the goalie, I suppose. I don't know enough about hockey positions to say anything.
Yeah, same kind of. But as far as football goes, I think it's pretty hard to like make a case for anyone other than Tom Brady being the GOAT. Like, just he has more Super Bowl rings than most teams do as a player. The Patriots like immediately fell apart after he left. He left.
Yes. Go ahead, continue.
He left, and then Bill Belichick just said screw it, and now he's just hanging out with his 26-year-old girlfriend. I don't know if we want to address that on the show, but
well, we can leave it at that.
We can leave it at that. Shout out to Antonio Brown, by the way. I just got to get that. That's not relevant to anything at all. I just had to get that in.
Dude, imagine if we get AB on the show.
That would be. That's probably my dream guest if we could have Antonio Brown on.
More than Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Way more. That would
Okay.
be sick too, though. Let me just ask him about the Dyson sphere. Like, we don't even talk about football.
Dude, I had somebody message me and he was like, he oh my goodness, this cramp's not going away.
Dang.
I'm in a lot of pain right now.
Right after ending the holdout, he gets hurt. Many such cases.
Dude, can this cramp like pause and come back like while I have to do the milk mile?
No, you're not getting out of the milk mile.
Hammy's acting up. I need season-ending surgery here.
But yeah. Unfortunately, my co-host has been injured. It's okay. I had an injury during the last episode. My internet got hurt.
It's all right. I'll just have to record standing up since apparently sitting in my chair isn't working. It's because I don't have a gamer chair.
Yeah, that's what it is. He needs a DX Racer with like the cushions and like the speakers built into it.
Put it on the Christmas shopping list, guys.
You know, I know we have some fans listening. If you want to support the show, buy an Adrian a chair and buy me a Terrell Owens jersey.
Terrell Owens jersey.
It's a great way to support us. And yeah, you know, and like you know, our fans don't have to contribute.
They can help us get us that like Kane sponsorship or whatever.
Yeah, you just like tweet at Canes or like email Canes for the sponsorship. That's free. Emailing people is free. Saying like, hey, we really like you guys to do some work with Point After. Either that or a Terrell Owens jersey.
Canes is the only company I'm willing to name drop without getting paid for.
Real. Even though I'm getting close to asking them for money. Because I mean, you know, as much as we love Canes, yeah, the free ride only goes so far.
At some point, I'm gonna want some box combos.
Yeah.
For my troubles. Okay. All right. Let's see if this.
What is Goat Box Mono Ore? Very true. Very.
What? Goat box mono ore? Box combo Arcaniac. Oh.
That's a good question. Personally, I like the box combo. It's a lot less flat. It's like not as flashy, but it's like a lot more like reliable, you know? You don't get that extra tender.
It's actually 610Ds, so
yeah, you don't get those two, but it's a lot cheaper. You can still sub out your coleslaw for, you know, either an extra fries or an extra bread. So it's still very like modular, you know, it's kind of like the 49ers. You just like plug and play. And the coleslaw is like Brock Purdy.
It's gross.
It's gross, and you can really like you can substitute it out and kind of get the same thing.
Sorry, if I look shorter than Chris for once here, it's because I have to like lean back to like stretch out my leg.
Who's up in picks, buddy?
Well, currently I'm on a hot streak here. I don't know about you.
Who's winning overall?
That's easily me.
No.
But anyway, to answer your question about the current go to football, there's three people you can argue who is the go to football, right? And it's Joe Montana, Tom Brady, or Patrick Mahomes. Now, the argument for Joe in favor of Tom Brady over Joe Montana is that Joe Montana was with a crazy stacked Niners team. You know, he had what was his name, Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice. Probably the greatest wide receiver. If we're doing like goats of wide receivers, then like Jerry Rice is easily
Right,
that.
agreed.
Yeah.
So that being said, Joe Montana was really fantastic, with the Niners, And then when Montana leaves, he goes to the Kansas City Chiefs, who sucked, right?
Yeah.
The Chiefs have sucked up until like the last like 8 years. I'm going to be real with you guys. That being said,
Ever
he
since
goes
they
to
lost Super Bowl one.
um. So the Chiefs sucked. He goes to the Chiefs, and his career just kind of like burnt out like a match there. No
Yeah.
one remembers about his time with the Chiefs. Tom Brady left the Patriots after winning so many Super Bowls, went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he immediately won a Super Bowl with them.
Yeah. A team that had like been very mid. They're just their quarterback before him was Jameis Winston, which like I love Jameis. I'm a big Jameis defender, but like they basically just get the exact same team with Tom Brady, and then they just immediately win the Super Bowl. And it's really uncommon for a quarterback to be good on more than one team. So the fact that he could win with two different teams and has more rings, just more Super Bowl wins personally than like most teams do, pretty much solidifies him as a go. Like the only other person that has a case is probably Mahomes, and he's Mickey Mouse. Gets help from the ref and gets help from Taylor Swift. She influences the media to make certain calls.
I do want to point out, so like Mahomes and Brady, right? Because that's like the big argument here, right? Um, even though Brady has more rings than Patrick Mahomes, he's also was in the league for how many years?
Way longer, but I think even like up to his point, like compared to Mahomes, I think he had more rings in
Uh,
that point
I,
of his career.
I wouldn't say more rings, but anyway, the point is that people argue that Mahomes is the GOAT or like the baby GOAT because he's still very young. He's only been in the league for what, like 4 or 5, maybe 6 years?
A little longer, like probably like 7 at this point. He's been
Seven
around.
years, really?
Yeah, dude. I mean, they drafted him in what 2017, 17, I think.
I'm Googling this.
Yeah, he's been around for a while now. Like, I mean, he's almost 30. I think he is 30.
Chiefs draft Mahomes. Oh, it was 2017.
Yeah, yeah, because that's when the Bears took Mitchell Trubisky instead of him. Oops.
Oops. But yeah, that being said, I do want to point out that there's a lot of weird like statistics that like that you read them and you're immediately reminded that yeah, no matter how many rings Mahomes is going to end up getting, he'll never be like the GOAT. Because and here's what I'm and here's one that I really like. Throughout Tom Brady's entire career, he's only had like I don't know the number, right? Let's just say 8, right? He's had 8 interceptions that he threw get called back due to a penalty. So he got bailed out by the refs like 8 times throughout his career
That's
for
crazy.
interceptions in his entire career. Mahomes has already 9 interceptions reversed by penalty calls by the refs.
Yeah.
So obviously, like that number, like I just mentioned, it's not correct. But like the statistic of it is that Mahomes has at this point one more interception that was called back, thanks to the zebras, than Brady has in his entire career. And the Mahomes does not have the longevity that Brady had it,
No.
in terms of seasons or years with the league. So there's a lot of cases where like Mahomes has been outplayed by rookie QBs and still like managed to win only because like being bailed out by the refs. Um which is like, always going to be a thing that we're talking about with Mahomes. Like Mahomes can win, 9 Super Bowl rings and we're still going to be like, yeah, but he got bailed out by the refs way more than Cry Brady did.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I mean, I agree. This is the number one Mahomes hater show on the internet.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not gonna
That's
say
like
that
the
I
same
hate.
thing,
I'm not gonna say that I hate Mahomes, but I definitely hate the Chiefs getting bailed out by the refs every other call.
right? It's like the same thing as like the Jordan versus LeBron argument of who's the go. Like Jordan just played in like an objectively tougher era of basketball, and LeBron gets a lot of like favorable calls. He sits out like large portions of the season and still doesn't have as many rings as Jordan. So I think it's like a very similar debate.
Yeah. So it's a very long winded answer to say. Most likely the goat would be not Mahomes, Tom Brady when it comes to football. But
Yeah,
that's like the overall slash QB goat. You could definitely break it down to like defensive players, wide
right. You get like
receivers and
my
everything.
position.
Because a lot of times those players are the ones that like really deserve a lot of the credit. Like you'll have absolutely dimes being thrown by the QB, but also you get lots of like receivers that yards after catches, making the most like insane catches of all time. And then you have people like TJ Watt who are just getting like 3 sacks a game. Not actually a factual statistic,
Yeah, but
but you
just
get
like
the
a
idea.
beast, and it's just like wrecking like entire offensive game plans by himself. Dudes like that, or just like Aaron Donald, who's like probably one of the best like interior defensive linemen like ever. Um,
That was the
yeah,
topic of tonight, I guess.
yeah, that kind of was like we weren't planning on having like a secondary topic, but we kind of just riffed one out. But to the main point of before the point, this is where we make our predictions for the next week.
Yeah. You want to
And
give the rundown of the competition?
so we're currently in the middle of a season long battle where each time we pick the games of the week, and whoever has the most correct points per week gets a or correct picks per week gets a point, and whoever has the most points at the end of the season has wings bought for them. The loser buys wings for the winner, and right now I'm currently up 6-4.
It was quite the scary lead. It was 2-6, and well. Look where we are now. Those wings are going to be mine very
Yeah,
soon.
Adrian's coming off 2 wins in a row, so it's getting a lot closer.
This is
He's been
my
on
winner's
a
crown right here.
he's been on a hot streak, but hopefully I can stop that this week. I can stop him from getting 3 in a row.
Incorrect.
So, with that being said, let's get into the picks.
Let's get into the picks. Starting off Thursday night football, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns. Steelers coming off a big win. Browns 2 losses in a row with Jameis Winston. I think famous Jameis is really fun to watch. He's got just entertaining, just like absolute slinging it down the field, right? That being said, I'm picking the Steelers to win. Like, unfortunately, like as much as like famous Jameis is gonna sling it down, I think that the Steelers defense is just too good, and ultimately, like they can just dink and dunk with Russell Wilson and still
Yeah,
win. Locking in the Steelers.
I really want to go with Jameis, just because, dude, I'm the number one Jameis head. But I can't pick the Browns here. There's no way. So I gotta lock the Steelers in.
Okay. First game of Sunday morning, we have the Tennessee Titans at the Houston Texans, and I mean, like, if I say that the Titans lose out, would you blame me?
No,
Yeah,
I would agree
Texans
with
win.
you. Yeah, this one's pretty much a no-brainer as well. The Titans have just been in a downward spiral. Will Levis is just continuing to prove every week that he's probably not the guy for this team. Despite we love the memes, we
We
love
do
the
love the
Mayo
memes.
Man, but memes don't win championships. If memes won championships, I'd be in the Hall of Fame.
Incorrect.
Um,
Well, you might be in the Hall of Fame, but I'd be the undisputed goat.
The GOAT, the greatest to ever do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Texans win.
Taking the win. Next game, we have the Minnesota Vikings at the Chicago Bears. Bears fans, how you feeling about that loss? Probably not too good. Um, that being said, the Vikings haven't looked too great last couple of weeks. They struggled against the Jaguars, and they did get a win against the Titans, but it shouldn't have been that close compared to how we saw the Vikings.
Right.
First like 6 weeks of the season. That being said, I do have to put my money on the Vikings here.
Yeah, I have to as well, just because, like, you're right. They haven't looked as good recently, but the Bears are just in an absolute downward spiral. So I can't pick them. Like, they're just I just don't think they can get it done.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, let's see. Next up, we have the Dallas Cowboys at the Washington Commanders. Now, I'm a little torn,
The
right?
Thanksgiving game.
This is not the Thanksgiving game.
Oh, it's not. Oh
No,
no, that's right. That's next week. My bad. My bad, everyone.
Thanksgiving's not on a Sunday. First off,
It's not on a Sunday. You're correct.
um, I don't know what you're thinking there, boyo, but I'm a little torn because I want to pick Dallas to win. They're probably going to lose, but might as well get wing a point for the towards the Wings by saying that they're going to lose. And if I say that they're going to lose, we secure that draft pick. You know what I am saying?
Yeah.
That being said, though, you always got to play hard against your division rivals, and for that reason, they're not tanking at least this game. And I'm predicting the Dallas Cowboys to beat the Washington Commanders.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to disagree with you here, just because this team
Teams will always throw a tank just to beat their division rivals. You know this.
You're right. They will. I think they will try to throw the tank, and then they'll be like, "Oh wait, our starting quarterback is Cooper Rush, and CeeDee Lamb is checked out like 2 weeks ago." So they'll try to throw off the tank, but they will lose regardless because they're cooked. They're the most cooked I've seen them in a while, and they unfortunately will not win this game.
Okay, well, that's our first money game for the week. Let me write this one down. All right, to our next game, we have the New England Patriots at the Miami Dolphins, and well, this is. I'm trying to think of something clever to say, but let's be real. Like the Dolphins, at least, are a decent team right now, so Dolphins win.
I picked the Patriots last week to beat the Rams, and they burned me.
Uh-huh.
However,
Don't do it. Or no, go ahead. Go ahead, continue.
I like Drake May.
Yeah?
He hasn't looked incredible, but he's looked solid. And I don't know. The thing about the Dolphins is like Tua could just go down any moment, and they'll just have to trot out Skylar Thompson again. And I don't know. Even when Tua's been there, like they haven't looked incredible. And it's a division rivalry game, so I think I'm going to give the Patriots another shot.
All
I'm
right.
going to lock
Okay.
them in here.
Oh, hi, Kitty. Sorry, my cat just snuck up on me.
Kitty appearance.
Yeah. Well, right now she's eating the victory crown, so really sniffing.
Nice.
Oh no, she's really eating it. Oh, let me take that away from her. At first, I thought she was just sniffing it. Nope, she was eating it.
She wants to eat a dub.
Yep. Don't we all? Okay, next game, Chiefs Panthers, and you know the memes. You've
We
seen
already,
them.
yeah.
What were you saying?
I was just saying we have already agreed on who we were picking in this game a couple weeks ago.
Carolina Panthers are not a good team, and they have an opportunity to do something very funny right now, and I have to vote. I have to root for the meme, locking in the Panthers.
Same here. I already committed to this pick a couple weeks ago, so
Hey,
stay true to
they're
my word.
riding hot. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, they won 2 games in a row. The Chiefs are coming off a loss, so
Yeah.
you know.
And a team is we have a team at some point that has to have a collapse, so maybe the Chiefs are going to like collapse here,
Like
finish
it
off the
could.
season like 0-6.
That would be very funny. That would be probably the funniest thing ever.
All right,
It happened.
like it's gonna happen. Watch it. You heard it here first, guys. Okay, next up we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New York Giants. Okay, hear me out. Danny Dimes has been benched for Tommy Cutlets, the Italian.
Cutlets.
I'm so sorry to Italians everywhere. That was horrible. But we got Tommy DeVito. Or how's it?
Woke up this morning. Grab yourself a gun. Tommy DeVito, the godfather of football, is back. And he's coming to collect. He's coming to get his collection from the Buccaneers. They're overdue on their payments.
Yeah. The Pirates didn't pay their taxes.
They didn't pay their taxes.
Their security fees or whatever.
Didn't pay their protection.
Protection, that's what it's called.
He's
That being said,
hey,
it's probably the wrong pick. But again, I have to root for memes here.
hey, oh.
I'm locking in the Giants to win with Tommy DeVito.
Here's the one thing. We love a mobster. But how does The Godfather end? How does Goodfellas end?
Yeah, but they have to they have to go up before they can get down.
The main point of any mob media is that crime does not pay, kids. And unfortunately, I think the Buccaneers are gonna whack Tommy DeVito.
I'm just saying that that Pirates are bigger criminals than Giants are.
This is true. I think Pirates are running like way more stuff in their heyday than like the mob was.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Dude, Pirate, like that was a pretty big racket.
I don't know. That's actually worth a
So was the
Google.
mob. The thing is, the mob had politicians. That might have.
This is true.
But pirates were above the law because they operated in international waters.
They were also above the law because they made deals with politicians.
This is a good question. I wonder if it was like more powerful during their heyday.
Yeah, well, that's interesting because okay, so pirates were also. I mean, depending on the era, because piracy, still goes around today.
Yeah, I mean, pirates still exist. Yeah.
Let's see. Most successful pirate.
Probably Captain Kidd.
Bartholomew Roberts, also known as Black Bart, captured over 400 ships.
Holy. Is that a One Piece character?
Maybe.
I know very little about One Piece.
It's I know that the One Piece is real. That's about it.
Yeah, the One Piece.
The One Piece is real. Also, maybe the real One Piece was the friends we made along the way.
For real.
Let's see. Okay, he was the most successful. However, Samuel Bellamy was the most rich or the richest pirate.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Who's the richest mobster? Probably like Al Capone.
Probably like Jesse James, but like um according to most historical accounts, Captain Samuel Bellamy, also known as Black Sam Bellamy, is considered to amass a treasure worth around $120 million in today's money, making him one of the wealthiest pirates in history. Okay, if one of the wealthiest pirates in history only got 120 million, don't get me wrong, that's a lot of money, right? But
Right.
there is no way that the most mid mob didn't break that.
No, they probably yeah. Mob probably did make more money, but it's not just about money. Who has the most like power? You know, capturing like 40 ships is pretty crazy.
Al Capone, right? I don't even know if he's the most successful, but like he's definitely one of like the more notorious ones. His net worth was estimated to be 30 million to 100 million.
Oh, so a little less. I
A
don't know if he
little
made the
less,
most money though.
but yeah, let's see. Most or wealthiest mobster. 10 richest gangsters of all time. Let's see. You know it's crazy. You know this list is insane when number 2 is Pablo Escobar.
Oh yeah, that's true. We didn't consider like the cartel
That's
and stuff.
only
Those
number
dudes,
2.
yeah. I mean, that dude had a lot of money.
That dude had so much money. Let's see. Number 1 is Armando Carrillo Fuentes. Armando Carrillo Fuentes. Head of the Juarez Mexican cartel. Um, let's see. Estimated net value of $25 billion.
Holy moly!
Ah,
Bless you.
I hit that mute button just in time, I think.
Very nice. Yeah. So if he wants to sponsor the pod,
I don't think he's alive anymore.
oh,
Maybe.
fair
Let's
enough.
see here. Prohibition mobster. Let's see. Let's narrow down our search. I know we're going on a tangent here. Um. Okay, so Al Capone was the wealthiest mobster during Prohibition, which, the more, higher estimates say that he was worth $100 million. So, I mean, that's a very like niche, like very small like time frame because he only operated for about like what 10 years.
Yeah, about.
I mean, I don't know how much like the pirate dude that we talked about operated for, but that being said, they're kind of close. They're pretty similar.
Things are close, but oh wait, no, because it was 120 mil in like today's money. Because I was
Yes.
gonna say like pirates are like significantly like older, but if it's today's money, then yeah, I guess it is comparable. But yeah, that's pirates versus the mob. I smell a movie
Okay, hold on. I have to Google one more thing. Hold on.
for sure.
Most wealthy Wild West outlaw.
Oh, it has to be like Jesse James or like
Um, let's see. Billy the Kid, Butch and Sundance, and Jesse Jane. But like, it's not telling me their net worth.
it's probably hard to track because like I think a lot of it was like they're probably just stealing like gold and stuff from like settler towns.
Probably. Back when like things were impossible to track.
Yeah, it's the
Well,
Wild West.
it was Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West.
Do not. You're gonna get that stuck in my head. Do not. Please do not.
um, have you seen that meme though about how you could like if we take the Earth timeline, right?
Mhm.
At some point, there is 1 year where the following things are happen in the same timeline: cowboy outlaws, right?
Mhm.
Like Caribbean pirates and like feudal Japan samurais. There is there is a greater than 0% chance that at some point those three groups could have met in a room somewhere.
That would be crazy.
Let's see, pirate, outlaws, and samurai. Let's see. I'd have to figure that one out. Oh, here it is. Victorian England, American Old West, Meiji Restoration, and French privateering in the Gulf of Mexico. Let's see. So Victorian England, 1837 to 1901. American Old West, 1803 to 1912. Meiji Restoration, 1868 to 1912. And French privateering ended in the Gulf of Mexico, 1830, which means at some point around 1830, you could have had a French privateer, some kind of samurai from the Meiji Restoration, an American West outlaw, and someone from Victorian England, like a red coat, all in the same room.
That
And
would
then
be
you could have
crazy.
had the samurai, an outlaw, and like somebody from Victorian England, all alive at the same time around like as late as 1901.
That sounds like a crazy crossover episode.
Conclusion: an adventuring party consisting of a Victorian gentleman thief, an Old West gunslinger, a disgraced former samurai, and an elderly French pirate is 100% historically plausible. There's your next D&D party, guys.
Yeah, for real.
Massive tangent. There's your fun topic, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. We made it
I'm so
happen.
sorry for that, guys. There you go. I just gave a historical lesson.
Yeah,
Back to what I was saying. We can run the Department of Education.
for real. Put us in there.
They don't teach that in schools. Anyway, conclusion. Giants are beating the Bucks.
I'm picking the Bucks.
Next game, we have the Detroit Lions at the Indianapolis Colts. Not even close. Lions win.
Lions keep rolling.
Blue
Lock it
Kitty
in.
goes roar.
Blue Kitty does go roar.
Next game, Broncos at Raiders. The Broncos winning out.
Yeah, Broncos winning out. You're hopping on my bandwagon, but
Yeah.
Raiders are also trash. So
Yeah, Raiders are also trash. Okay, next up, Cardinals at Seattle Tunas. Cardinals win. Tunas suck.
yeah, Cardinals have been on the roll, and I know the Seahawks are coming off a pretty a pretty solid win against the Niners, but I know the Cardinals have just been on fire, and I think they win it. They should win it.
Schwinn it. Next game, we have the San Francisco 49ers at the Green Bay Packers. Historically, the Niners have just always beaten the Packers. That being said, though, I think the Packers are going to win this game.
I agree. The Niners haven't looked bad or haven't looked very good, and like the Packers have also like left a lot to be desired, but they look like a more complete team right now, and I think they're gonna take it and lock them in.
All right, all right. Then we have for Sunday night football game, the Philadelphia Eagles at the LA Rams. I hate the Eagles. Rams are winning. Also, that collapse of the Eagles is starting.
Yeah,
I foresee it.
It's gotta start somewhere, and I don't know. I feel like if they like just play the same kind of game they did against the Commanders, they're gonna lose here, and I feel like that's what's gonna happen. So I think I'm gonna agree with you, and I'm gonna lock in the Rams.
Yes. Okay. All right. Last game we have the Baltimore Ravens at the Los Angeles Chargers. That's the Monday Night Football game.
This is a tough one.
This is a tough one.
This is a doozy.
I do just want to copy you just so we can have like the odd number of money games.
Yeah, and not have a tiebreaker.
And not have a tiebreaker. But
where's the fun in that?
Where's the fun in that? Exactly. I'm always accusing you of copying me. So that being said, the Ravens are objectively probably the better team, right? Despite having a worse record than the Chargers. I think that the Ravens are going to be mad. They lost. They're going to be upset. But the Chargers play the most boring football imaginable and manage to win.
They do. Especially, which is weird that they choose to play that way, especially when they have like a gunslinger like Herbert, with like just like a cannon arm.
Fun fact though, we have a brother coach off here.
We do the Harbaugh versus Harbaugh. I think the first time they've faced off since that Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm gonna pick the Chargers to win. I'm locking them in.
I picked the Ravens last week and they burned me. If it weren't for that, I'd be picking them. But Ravens, I'm very mad at them right now, which is completely rational and very like reasonable way to base your picks.
Hey,
I agree. Page out of your vote. So I'm gonna have to lock in the Chargers.
That's crazy. I would have 100% expected you to pick the Ravens.
I know. Well, I think this is like the third time they burned me for picking them. So,
which is wild because they've only lost 4 games.
I know. So Ravens are gonna have to prove me wrong before I start picking them again.
That's crazy. I mean, objectively, the Ravens are the better team.
I know. You know what? And if you really ask me, like who I genuinely thought was gonna win, I'd probably say the Ravens, but I'm mad at them, so I don't want to root for them. So I'm picking the Chargers.
All right. Well, you heard it here first, guys. Let me get that music playing so we can get our outro. All right. We have our 3 money games. Only 3 money games this week. Usually we have like 5, but this time only 3. Washington, Cowboys. You said Washington. I said Cowboys. You said Patriots for some reason. And I said Dolphins. I said Giants. You said Bucks. Those are our 3 money games. I do want to point out, you're not picking the Ravens to beat the Chargers because they burned you last week, but so did the Patriots, and you're still choosing them to win. Where's your logic in that?
Because the Ravens have burned me multiple times.
Fair enough. All right. Well, that being said, chat, let us know if you disagree, agree, which would you pick differently, and tell us why. I don't know. Gangsters are cooler than pirates.
Yeah, so who you think would win in 1920s gangsters versus pirates showdown?
You remember that show Deadliest Warrior from Spike TV?
Yeah, that show was sick.
That show was so cool.
That show was awesome.
Hey, if Spike TV's Deadliest Warrior is still around, give us a call. I got an idea for a reboot.
For real.
That being said, thank you all for watching, everybody, listening in, whatever. You fantastic, fabulous football fanatic Freakazoid fans. I've been your host, Adrian.
I'm your host, Chris.
And man, I ran out the music. It's gonna loop for that ending. That's fine.
We out-yapped the music.
We out-yapped the music. It just means I started it too early, I guess. Yeah, thank you again. And we'll catch you next week on the Point After.
Heck yeah.